Hi, good to be with you today. Just to let you know, this Sunday at 9 o'clock is the children's program. We're always excited to see the children act out the Christmas story, so that'll be this Sunday at 9. And then right after the service, our junior high group is going to offer a breakfast, and we hope that you'll be able to stick around for the breakfast and fellowship for a little bit to make more of a Sunday out of that. And then the next Sunday on the 19th will be our choir program, where you'll have the opportunity to hear lots of carols and Christmas music along with the bells, and we hope that you can come for that as well. And during this season of Advent and Christmas, we're on this theme of close to home. These booklets are available for you, either at the church or let the church know if you can't come, and we'll make sure that you get one. And it's this theme of being close to home. And this Sunday, in our reading, we have John the Baptist. John has been hanging around in the wilderness and now starts his ministry, and the crowds come out to him in the wilderness along the river. And he says to the crowds, "Who invited you, you brood of vipers? Who told you to flee?" Right? John's never been known for his niceties, right? His language seems a little harsh, but really he's calling us into great joy. He's calling us to make a home for everybody. In his message, John is hoping that we get rid of the inequities, that we raise all the valleys, that we have this collective flourishing. Right? And in order to do so, he says we need to change. We need to repent. We need to act differently than we are now. And so the crowds ask him pointedly, well, what is it that we need to do? How is it that we need to change? And John gives them very practical advice. Right? He tells them, instead of accumulating wealth, why don't you share your wealth instead? Instead of being selfish and indifferent to one another, why don't you have some compassion and care for one another? Instead of being out for yourself, look out for one another. Very practical advice. See, this is what John the Baptist is telling us, or at least what I'm hearing here, is that we have a part to play in the salvation story. That indeed, God sends God's Son, Jesus, that we celebrate at Christmas to save the world. But God also does it through God's people. So what is it that you might need to change in your life to bring about God's kingdom? What change might be needed in order to raise the valleys that you see, to erase the inequities of justice that we see in our world? What is it that you can do in a very practical, everyday way that John calls us to make God's kingdom known? Good to see you.